Hi, it's MARTA, PACEK, and you're listening to Torrent This with Dando.
It's the Torrent This podcast. I'm Dando, and today my guest is a woman who is set to release her new album Voodoo Dolls and False Alarms, and will be going on a national tour which kicks off tomorrow night in Geelong at Bees Bar with Blue Venus and Ollie Friend. She's of course MARTA PACEK. MARTA, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
I'm always good. How's your day been?
Pretty awesome. I just picked up the two girls from Canada.
Ooh.
That are touring with me,
Yes.
Blue Venus, and as we speak, one of their daughters is getting her nappy changed. So
Describe the situation for me. What's happening right now?
the situation is that I have the two girls from Canada, and the 4-year-old is, I guess, trying to weasel out of getting her into her pajamas for her afternoon nap. It's rock and roll.
Do you have kids yourself? You don't, do you?
No, I don't. No, but this is we're touring with a little 4-year-old girl. So this is a learning curve for me.
Yes. Is MARTA good at changing nappies? That's the question.
Yeah, I am actually.
Oh, you should have kids now. Come on.
I don't know. We'll see how the tour goes, and then I think I'll decide.
So the tour is not going to be very sort of like alcohol and sex and drugs if there's a 4-year-old around, I'm assuming.
No, lots of naps. Lots of nana naps.
Yeah. I saw you got the front page of the newspaper. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it was really good. I hoped that because I've never played in Geelong before.
Wow.
So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing some people at the gig.
Yes, I'm sure you will. I know you're supported by local guy Ollie, and he's got a few people coming, so that should be good.
Oh, that's fabulous. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I saw you. You're also running that competition for the free merch. If they can guess what Voodoo Dolls and False Alarms is about.
Yes, we are. No one's worked it out yet, which makes sense because it's one of my more cryptic songs. But I just want to see how far, we can take it and see if somebody does kind of work it out. Because it is a bit of an obscure concept for the title, but it would be great if someone actually got it.
When do you plan to end the competition? If someone can't get it.
That's a good question. How long do I leave it? Maybe 24 hours. So maybe until this time tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll read through them all and give it to. There was one person that went really, really deep.
I saw that. I was like, whoa.
It was I don't know. It was really existential stuff.
Yeah, I think his name was Anthony or Anton or something. I was like, man, that's real deep.
Anastasi or something. Yeah.
I was like, you're a dude. You're writing stuff like this. Come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a musician.
Yeah, so you can't tell me what it means on the air because this will be up before the competition ends.
Well, I can give you a loose theme. I mean, it was lifted from one of the songs on the album called Dara She Blows.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bridge lyrics from there.
Oh, okay.
And and that song's I can't say anymore. Otherwise you'll work it out.
Do you usually have meanings for songs, or do you just write something and just make up a backstory later on when someone asks you that lame question as what does your song mean?
No, there's always a meaning, and if it's not a meaning, I mean, if there's no real narrative, it's always there's always a feeling behind it. It's usually a feeling about something that's happened or an issue or something like that.
Sometimes I don't like to know what a song's about, though. I just prefer to make up my own meaning. Because sometimes I make up my own meaning, and then people tell me what it's actually about, and I'm like, well, that's boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like if I tell everybody what the song is about, then it might spoil it for people who already have taken their meaning. You know what I mean?
Anton will be shattered.
Well, yeah. When I listen to a song, I take meaning out of that song for the relevance for my life then and there, and I take from it what I need.
Yeah.
And I do this all the time when I listen to Joni Mitchell being interviewed, and she tells me about what her song's about, and sometimes I can get a little deflated because I think, oh, so it's not about my life? You mean it's not about that?
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil it.
Well, what do you judge a good song by? Lyrics, music, or a combination?
Combination, yeah. It depends. Some songs are therapeutic. Some songs are just make you happy because they're awesome. They're great, really well put together, and the beats there, and all the other instruments just really produced well. I don't know, a happy song. So, and other songs are really like, they just let you access feelings that you otherwise probably wouldn't give yourself permission to feel.
Yeah.
So I think both, there's different songs for different reasons. Some of it's medicine and some of it's poison, I guess.
It's kind of like My Sharona is a song that the lyrics mean absolutely nothing, but everyone loves the tune. And like imagine like John Lennon's track. Everyone loves the lyrics.
Yeah, and you don't know what it's about. You really don't. I was analysing a song yesterday by Bon Iver, Justin Vernon, who goes by the moniker Bon Iver, a song called Flume. I was learning it on guitar because I was thinking of covering it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, what does this song mean? And then so I Googled song meanings, and everybody, of course, there were like a million different interpretations, but they're really, from looking at it myself as a songwriter, it's very poetic, and it's essentially poetry. And poetry doesn't always have to be lucid.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be like cryptic and like painting a picture, but not really nailing a concept. So there's a lot of cryptic music out there that doesn't have to be about the lyrics. I mean, I love Joni Mitchell, I love Leonard Cohen, and it's all about the lyrics and the poetry. But not all songs are like that,
Yeah. I think the moral of this story is if someone asks you next time what your song means, you just have to say, I can't tell you.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or I can't tell you because it's your song now, because I've given it to you.
Oh,
there we go.
That's very kind.
Yeah, it's your. I gave it put it out into the universe, and now it's your song, so it's your meaning.
And they say no. I actually want to know what your meaning is.
Sorry?
And they say no, but I actually want to know what you wanted to know the song to be about.
Exactly. I was going to say, if somebody insists and says, no, I'm caught up on this, I really need to know what it's about, then I'll tell them. In fact, off my first record, one of my closest friends, he's a film director and writer, and I was really surprised that he asked me this question, but he said, you know that song, what was it? Which song was it? It was, You Don't Get It or something. He said, is that about a sugar daddy? And I looked at him and I said, Dev, what?
Yeah.
Why would it be about, how did you get that? He's like, because in one of the lines it says, there goes my free ride in the morning. And I'm like, you took it literally like a free ride. It was funny. It was a really funny moment to have with one of my closest friends.
Well, how long have you been back in Australia for?
I got back just before Christmas, so on the 21st of December.
Oh, okay.
So this will be my longest time being back in Australia in 5 years, actually.
Yeah, so I was going to say, you missed summer, but obviously you didn't miss summer.
No, I never miss summer. I'm here every summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I come every winter, every Canadian winter. I come to Australia and I tour here, and then I go when it gets around May. I usually go back to North America and start my touring circuit over there. That's
very clever.
It is well planned.
Is Australia still home for you, or do you just love Canada more than us now?
No, I was just telling my friends today, my Canadian friends, I feel I have a polyamorous relationship with the two countries.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in Australia, I crave certain things about Canada. Not all things, not the weather. But when I'm in Canada, I am always talking to my friends about, well, in Australia we do this, and in Australia we have this. So it's like this. I kind of like cheat on both of the countries when I'm in North America. I'm totally slagging Australia, and vice versa.
Well, but besides like more cities to play and stuff when you're over in the US and Canada, look, what else do they offer you that Australia can't?
What does North America offer? Just a different perspective, a different history, a different outlook, different cultural things. And I love being an Australian in North America because they like us over there.
Yeah.
They love our accent, so we're kind of special, you know. I really like that. I feel like I'm a bit of a novelty, so you get an extra smile because you've got an accent. So it's nice. I've kind of gotten used to being a little bit different, and I like being a foreigner. I like being foreign for some reason. It's just, I don't know.
Have you used your accent to your advantage at any point to get something for free?
Yes.
Yes? Come on, explain. If it's clean and dirty.
okay, what happened was I was driving my friend's car in Canada and I was pulled over by the police because I had my phone in my hand.
Oh, no.
And he told me that they were going to confiscate the car and maybe tow it away. And I just asked him nicely if I could call my friend to have him pick the car up instead. So the police officer agreed to that, and then he went on directing traffic, and his friend came up and talked to me, and he's like, oh, so you're from Australia, are you? And started talking to me about fishing and cricket and all this kind of stuff. And then I guess he kind of went back to his friend, and they kind of had a chuckle about it and thought, well, let's just keep her here for a bit and just scare her, but maybe we'll let her go. And then I think I was waiting for my friend to come for about 20 minutes, and then he said, look, you weren't, that's right. I think it was because I didn't have a Canadian license, so they couldn't find me anyway.
Ah, okay.
Like, how would they enforce that? But my friend, when I told my friend, because then I called my friend, he jumped in a cab, and he was on his way to pick up his car, and then I called him and I said, oh, don't worry, I got out of it. And he's like, you Australian, you get out of everything with that accent. It was pretty cool. I kind of did put down to having an accent.
Yeah.
Because I thought, why else? Like, why would they let me go of all the people?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
oh, well, you are very, very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Well, I was going to say, how have you not lost your accent? Because my wife's from England, and she's been here for like 3 years now, and I think she's lost her accent a bit because I live with her, and her accent's just normal for me now. Some people still hear her accent, kind of, but she's got that real Aussie twang now, where you don't seem to have that twang at all.
I do when I'm in Canada and America, though, because I've noticed it myself, pulled myself up, and also I've called my family while I've been on tour, like in the middle of like a tour, and they've all just said, oh my God, you've lost your accent. And in fact, when I picked the band Blue Venus up today, straight away I started rolling my R's, like I did straight away. Got back into my Australian Canadian way of speaking. Yeah. And when I'm in Canada, I had to make a phone call to a booking agent here in Australia, and they were in Tamworth, and it was a real rural Australian accent that I was speaking with, and I was in a room full of Canadians, and when I got off the phone, they were like, oh my God, who were you for a few minutes? You just changed your accent. You just went completely Australian, and I was like, yeah, well, I was trying to relate to him, he lives in a country town, and so I must have been going, really strong. So I think it changes. I kind of adapt to my environment.
Is it true that Canadians always say "eh"?
Some of them do, but they say right after a question, after a statement. They'll be like, so we're going to do that, right?
Oh, okay.
And I have taken that on. I have added that to my vocabulary.
Well, you play, as we said before, you're playing Geelong tomorrow night. It's the first time ever in Geelong, apparently, as you just let me know. Bees Bar, you got Blue Venus, as you said there, with the 4-year-old. Local boy Ollie Friend supporting you as well. Do you know much of Ollie's stuff?
I do. The promoter, Steve from Spinning Half.
Oh, Steve Eagles, yeah, good friend.
Yeah, he gave me his CD. Just one song, and I loved it. It's called
Shoulders,
Shoulders.
Yeah.
I love it, and I played it and played it and played it and played it. And I was like, I can't wait to meet this boy.
Yeah.
Because when I was very young. Sorry, I should call him a man. But he's only 21 or something.
Oh, no, he's not even that old, I don't think.
Oh, well then he is boy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because he writes for us, on my website, and he's the Shoulders came in the top 20 of our countdown last year, so yeah, he picked a good one.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Yes, and he's bringing
very folky.
He's bringing a big crowd, and he's very, very nice. I'm sure you'll appreciate his company.
Yeah, and Blue Venus are very acoustic too, folky kind of jazz pop rock. That's all the genres there, isn't it? Because Andrea DeBoer from that duo, she plays violin.
Okay, cool.
And then Jessica Stewart, her guitarist, plays guitar. So it's going to be a really folky night.
Yes, it'll be good. Or Geelong, folk is going crazy in Geelong at the moment. It's like the thing, so you should go good.
And Ben's Bar is an amazing venue. I was there 2 weeks ago. I was very impressed.
Oh yeah, it's perfect for folk artists, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It's just a great setup. I just want to ask you one question. Do you still do stuff with Yes Vodka?
No, because that was I think it was a 12-month sponsorship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I read an article online where it said that they paid for an entire tour once, and that must have been awesome.
They actually did not. They screwed me in the end.
Oh, really? What'd they
I
do?
shouldn't say that on air, should I? No, they didn't pay me in the end. I had to foot the whole bill myself.
Are you joking?
I probably shouldn't say that, but it's the truth. So there it is.
Why
That's what
shouldn't you
happened.
say
They faulted, I believe. But maybe they're still open, but they didn't do the right thing. That was a sponsorship deal that I could not recommend for artists.
Yeah, because I read, there was a big article about it. It's still on the net, and it said that they were they wanted to change their image because no one liked them anymore. So they had that. What was the slogan they used? That involves you?
Folk.
For everyday folk or something?
Is good for folk. It tastes better with folk?
Yeah,
something like that.
But anyway, so it turns out they were scumbags, dogged you.
No, they weren't scumbags. They just they had a cash flow problem, and so it didn't turn out financially good for us as artists. But I think I've learnt how to do sponsorship deals from that deal a little bit better now.
You know what you don't want when you're a business? Cash flow problems.
Yeah, it was my first one, and I have a few other sponsorship deals with a few different companies in Australia, mainly fashion designers who give me clothes.
Cool.
I can just give them a bit of a plug.
Plug whatever you need.
Yeah, this girl called the label's called Arnhem Clothing, and she's based out of Byron Bay, and she gives me hippie dresses and things.
Great.
So yeah, I like to work with companies that are also kind of like emerging and on the way up and developing, because I feel like they do business really well, and yeah,
they're doing it for the right reasons.
Well, I'm sure Yes Vodka were trying to make money too, but yeah, it just didn't work out. I think it worked out well for them, but not financially for us. It was a bit tough. It was a tough lesson.
Are you all good now though? We can only hope so.
Mm-hmm. We recovered.
That's good.
We did get vodka. We did get vodka out of it. So.
Oh, is vodka your drink of choice? Just say some handsome, strapping gentleman walked up to you tomorrow and wanted to buy you a drink. What's the drink of choice?
Probably whiskey on ice.
Whiskey on ice. Anyone listening, make sure you buy her a whiskey on ice. You'll love it.
Jameson's good.
Okay. So I just wanted. Is there anything else you wanted to plug, like business-wise, like sponsors and stuff like that?
No, we don't have a sponsor for this tour. It's just an Australian-Canadian kind of cross-cultural tour, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes,
so yeah, hopefully people will listen to the songs and come along and see the live versions of them.
Yes, it's going to be great. That's it, guys. Make sure you get a copy of MARTA's new album, Voodoo Dolls and False Alarms. Check her out in Geelong, as we're just talking, at Bees Bar. And for all the latest news and info, you can like her on Facebook, facebook.com/Music by MARTA. Once again, MARTA, it's been a pleasure, and good luck with your tour.
My website changed, sorry. I don't know where you got that from. It's MARTA at MARTA. It's MARTAPACEK.com.
Oh, that's not your Facebook page?
Oh, yeah, my Facebook page. Yeah, that's right. Facebook is Facebook/Music by MARTA.
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry.
No, that is fine. Well, what's your website? We'll plug that. So it's MARTA PACEK.
It's MARTAPACEK.com.
MARTAPACEK.com. So should they go to there or should they go to Facebook? I usually say Facebook, but...
Depends what they want. I mean, gig details and stuff, it's probably easier to go to the website, but if they just want to spy...
As we all do.
If they want to see the behind-the-scenes gossip, then they can go to the Facebook page.
What person doesn't want to see that?
Yeah, no, I love to know how things are made, how music videos are made, and what went on and stuff like that about an artist. I follow Claire Bowditch. I'm on her mailing list, and I just love her newsletters. They're the best.
I'll have to get onto that.
Like a glimpse of, and Sarah Blasco too, but Claire Bowditch has got a personal touch. Like, I know that she writes those newsletters. You can just tell it's in her voice.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I like to know. Yeah, I creep her on Facebook too. Totally.
Yeah, I hate when you go on like a band's page and you can tell it's their management that's doing everything. It's not them.
Just a little impersonal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but before I let you go, one more plug. What's your Twitter?
I think that's MARTA PACEK 2.
Just MARTA
I'm still
PACEK?
learning how to use the Twitter.
The fact that you said the Twitter means yes, you are still learning.
The Twitter, yeah. I'm still learning how to be a twit.
Yes, that's it. All right, well, thanks for your time. Do appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at the gig.
Definitely will be. Bye-bye.
Okay.